In the
Hello,
crisper drawer.
D&D fans. Hello, D&D fans. Welcome to
Why is she
Holy
opening the
Rollerz
fridge?
Descent into Avernus. Holy Rollerz is a 9-person stream with 2 parties switching off every week, the Chain Breakers and the Sword Hunters. So let's introduce our Chain Breakers cast for tonight, starting with Jeff.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I play Gizik, the green lovable teddy bear of an ogre, following Sigrun, the helpful caretaker and slave driver of souls.
Hey guys, I'm Ben. I play Morokhan. He's the dragonborn cleric monk of Amina. And she's the goddess of the sun and the moon and the stars and guidance and traveling, and I burn things.
Yes. I am Matt, also known as Sage of Sorcery, and I play Sister Fadaver, the paladin nun of Bestera, goddess of healing and protection. She has a black belt in self-righteous.
Hello, I'm Maple. I play Lavender. There's a lot of pressure not to screw up these introductions, and I always do, and I'm so sorry. Lavender worships Bahar, the goddess of light. Lavender is paladin, and just played by a hot mess.
Wonderful. And I'm Ryan, your DM for the evening. So a little recap. Last time on our Chainbreakers stream, the party located Uldar Ravengard, the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate, who was locked in a mental battle with the demon lord Baphomet. Morokhan was briefly pulled into a vision with Mina, his goddess, in which she directed you to be a better guide for your group. She imbued your brand with magic, gave you a sun girdle, told you to watch out for Aelin because her father, Malcanthet, has made a move to claim her. She also said to seek out your evil kin to solve the problem you are having. Then, with Feria, the adept's help, you were able to release Uldar and determined that the 3 ways the vision showed to break the chains, of the 3 ways, you would seek out Tiamat to do it. So a druid named Seltern, who was one of the refugees in the crypt there, said he had felt a presence, a powerful good presence, that had reached out and shown him a tree. He believed that he could get your party from Elturel to the tree he had been shown, using a ritual that he knows. So you guys had determined that to rest up, and then head through the tree. So anything you want to do before you jump through a tree?
Hey, Morokhan.
Yo.
Can I just say, your waist is looking really snatched right now. That girdle
Yes.
it's on point.
I
That's
agree.
great.
It's rather
I mean, not that you were getting soft. You were just, bulking. That's normal. We're all in hell. Stress eating is happens.
There's nothing wrong with hiding a little bulge. It's just, it's not. There's nothing wrong with that. There's not.
I've been knitting.
Ew!
I've been knitting a shawl for him
Chastity
too.
sister, who?
Is there? Well, I didn't say she said that. That's the player. Is this the first time we've seen Morokhan wearing this? His sunflower girdle.
Yes. Well, it appeared on him right before you had that whole thing with the Duke, and so as you have returned and slept and discussed, that's when you really do notice that the brand on his chest seems to glow. And when I say glow, it's sort of like when you're looking at it,
his chest is glowing.
Well, no,
not only has he got himself a sunflower girdle, he's got himself a new highlighter palette as well. And he's like in the morning, like, hang on, let me just.
It's like an electro neon bra, kind of like what is going on?
No, it's like he's got this.
No, it's
brand.
like a festival tattoo. He's ready for like Burning Man.
Or is it kind of like one of those?
Always had the.
Is it like one of those giant belts that you get for championship belts for wrestling or boxing or something?
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's the female version. It's just on the chest. Where else would you look?
He's always had the brand.
Yes.
It's just now when you notice it catches your eye. It like seems to reflect light.
Like I said, he got new makeup. That's great.
Yeah.
That's
so,
cute.
Yes.
So we all get up in the morning, and he's wearing this, and Sister Fadaver just looks over at him like this. She goes, And then she tries really hard not to look at it. Like,
Did Morrigan sleep in the girdle? Like, is he putting it on for the first time because his god dressed him the first time? Like, I don't trust you.
It doesn't come off.
Let me do it up nice and tight. How's sleeping in a girdle, Morrigan? Oh my.
Every time I walk
Perhaps-
in the room, all you hear is.
Okay. Sister Vaudever pulls Lavender aside and leans over to her, and she says, Did he always have that? Is he wearing a compression garment?
I don't know. I kind of think. Do you think he's trying to impress someone? Do you think he's trying to impress Gizik?
She's trying like to look everywhere but at his girdle too. She's like, pay no attention to the giant sunflower wrapped around his waist. It's not.
So have you
and,
looked at his chest lately? It seems like it's glowing.
No, dear, I'm chaste.
I know. I mean, not like we've all come on. We've all slept together. I mean, like in a tent.
Oh
slept
no, dear,
together.
not everyone's virtue is so flexible.
Well, sister, you're right. The girdle is to be admired. Perhaps you should try it.
I don't think so.
You might
touched-
flatter your figure.
It's touched a man. No. No, she's got a huge robe, but she's got holster hips. There's no way. Like it's
Holster
can't see-
hips.
you
I've
can't
got
see
hips for a holster.
you can't see anything on her. She is like she is practically amorphous under her robe.
You know, while we're in hell,
She's basically an iron cylinder.
GM, I know you probably have plans, but how's a shopping episode, sister? While we're in hell, why don't you try something a little bit more like edgy? A hell outfit, if you will. Avernus, I mean.
Edgy? You mean a sharper sword?
Well, sword to the eyes, maybe.
Well,
What about a
swinging at the eyes is not always an optional optimal strike. I mean, you
I
have to
mean-
attack where the enemy is exposed.
I mean, you know,
Exposed.
there's no harm in enjoying how you look.
Oh dear, that's sin. That's vanity. There's so much harm there. Do you have time for a brief foray into the scriptures?
You know, I think I do. Let's discuss this. Why can't you people dress up? What's wrong
Okay.
with enjoying?
Oh, she says, oh no, dear. We wear special clothes on feast days. Of course we dress up. Occasionally,
Do you wear
we'll-
a potato sack on feast days?
No, not unless there's a three-legged race. But what we will do is we'll sometimes adorn our garments with flowers. And then she looks at Morocon and then she looks away again, like, I'm not looking. I mean, nothing quite so gaudy, but yes, but dear, look at this. In the first canticle of chapter 1, it says that wisdom breeds humility. Those who adorn themselves like painted whores are bound to suffer throughout eternity. And then she goes on.
I gotta
you
be
know.
honest, you know, I've spoken to a lot of them. We do a lot of mission work. They kind of seem like they have a nice time. They're generally pretty happy.
Oh no, dear, they're not happy. They're suffering. They're miserable. Trust me. You can trust me.
I don't really want to trust you.
I think you do, dear. I think you do. Deep down, everyone wants to repent.
Wait, you want to convert me?
Oh dear, aren't we all converting each other every day just a little bit? No, I'm not trying to convert you. I mean,
With
although
all
you...
respect, sister, I don't think Vahar is for you.
No, dear, but Bestera is for everyone.
I'm not for Bestera.
Oh dear, you're too modest. I mean, haven't you expressed some doubt of the current path that you're on? I mean, didn't I hear you pray to Vana? Only the truly desperate would pray to... Where's Aelin?
You heard me pray to Vana? I assure you that was only to take responsibility for what happened. I would never turn away from Vahar. She is my god in my life. I gave everything to her. There is nothing. No, you know, I don't know where Aelin is. She's probably gone off to do whatever it is that those kind of people do. I don't know. I certainly don't care. I certainly didn't ask her where she was going and have care about it. She doesn't mean anything to me. Why would she mean anything to you, sister? She's just...
Are you lying? Make a bluff check.
What do you mean? That was brilliant lying.
Make a bluff check.
19 plus bluff.
You're more than safe, sis.
Yeah.
Because I rolled an 11 and I am not trained in insight. So
Bye-bye now.
yeah. So
Thanks for
she just
trying.
nods and she says, well, I think she should have told someone before leaving.
The druid says, "Oh, she did mention it, but she got up earlier than the rest. She said she had an errand to run and would make her own way down to the surface."
Yes, a religious errand. How did I forget?
She got up early. Aelin
Yes.
got up early?
It's a Vana thing. Apparently they pray really early in the morning, just once a year. Just to check that they can still do it. Crazy.
I was under the impression they partied all night long.
That's why it's only once a year, because you get such a hangover from waking up early.
In any
Well.
case, would you like to go? I have the ritual prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to take that helmet that Uldar was wearing. I'll take that with us.
Take it.
Well, I mean, I'll ask like Lord Ravengard, like if that's cool with them, if I can have that.
He says, it's not a magical helmet in the traditional sense. It's only used for communing with Torm, and you would have to be a devotee of Torm. Take it, but please return it. It belongs to the people here in El Terrell. And
Okay.
he kind of says it like it's not even his. I mean, he's not from El Terrell, so it's sort of like, it. Don't lose the city's precious relic.
Okay.
So is that a yes, we can take it, or is that enough? Like,
Well, he's not going to stand in our way, and nobody else seems willing to like.
We're gonna lose it.
I'm guessing no one's going to be combative about me taking it. So
Nope.
well, you're not
I'm
going
thinking
to
it
put
might-
it on, are you? It didn't go so hot
No.
the last time someone did that.
Are we
No,
just
no.
taking like a priceless museum relic, and there's no one with enough authority to be like, hey, that belongs in the museum?
Or nobody
Well-
with enough power.
Are we England in this situation?
Why, yes,
I'm
we
guessing
are.
it might come in handy.
Are we plundering their treasures for the British Museum? Is that what's going on?
Well, speaking of plundering, I like let out a big cough, and then my clothing transforms into the really fancy, like Pirate King style garb that Lachlan once talked me into.
Oh,
It's like, all right, let's go.
Who
All
are
right.
you?
Sister
Got
Fodbear takes a
turtle
look
man,
at
a
Gizik,
pirate man, and a potato sack.
and then she looks at Morocon and she goes, well, I'm sure we'll be all kinds of unobtrusive on the surface of hell.
Yeah. Once again, sister, are you sure you
Bright
don't want to change your
colours.
outfit? Everyone else has.
And then she just adjusts her enormous white robe and says, oh, no, dear, I'm fine.
Yes, perhaps if you wore all black or all red, you might blend in down here.
Yeah, I think an all red mini dress would suit you great.
No, dear, I must wear white. It's a symbol of my purity and superiority.
Sure it is. So, Mr. Druid, shall we be on our way?
Mini dresses come in white too.
They do.
Yes. The final words. So he's got everything ready. So with just a few words, well, no, we have to. We're outside of the crypt to do this, by the way, because we're going to a tree. So there's a tree in a nearby garden. Takes us up. That's where this whole little banter is taking place, and he has finished. So it's just a word, and the tree's surface. And it's not a big tree, big enough that you could, you're kind of squeezing into it. But the surface of the tree, the bark looks a little bit, kind of soft and somewhat transparent. And he says, "Good luck. Go quickly. It won't stay open for long."
I go.
Okay. So if you guys want
I'll
to pull out this hair mop, you step out of that tree right in the center of a desolate looking scene. So we're going to put Morocon in K10, Gizik in K11, Lavender in K12, and Sister Faudebear in L13. All right, so
One more time,
immediately-
where is Gizik and Lavender?
Gizik is in
K10.
K11 for Gizik, K12 for Lavender.
Okay.
And so now it's not that you haven't been in hell now for a little while, but being on the surface, it is that feeling, that weight, hopelessness seems to slam down on you, and there is a smell of you know, when you walk into a room that's really dusty and it's got kind of that old scent, it's that, but it's hot. So it's just this kind of dirty, hot, stuffy feeling, and you all need to make endurance checks.
Okay. The dice love me tonight.
We need to make endurance checks. Oh.
Probably. Let's see.
Well, I'm not exactly trained. Oh, and I have a constitution of 10. Somebody eats Captain Crunch. Doesn't tell anybody.
Okay, so it's
Oh my gosh! I rolled a 1.
Bye, sister.
Oh no! Do I like
Annoying.
turn into a devil? What happens to me?
Guess
you
what I
get the
did?
mini dress.
The mini
Against your
dress.
will.
She tries on the mini dress. No.
She trips
No.
and half her skirt rips off. And
There you
it's
go.
now short.
Like,
No, Sister Faudebear steps through and immediately drops prone on her knees and is just racked, like going back and forth. You are overcome with a combination of dread and hopelessness and terror. It's not fear like, oh, something's gonna jump out and get me. It's fear like you're damned, like you're that you will never escape hell, and that you will gradually become the thing that you hate the most.
Aelin? No,
Mood.
just kidding. She's like, she becomes. No, she doesn't hate Aelin much.
No.
Oh no. It's okay. All right. So she
No more than
falls
she
down.
hates everyone else in the party.
She falls down and starts wailing on the floor, and she goes, "Ah, I'm never going to become a hope master at this point.
Remember
I
when she
knew
was
it.
making
I've been
fun of us for
sullied
not
by
being
my
stealthy?
associations."
Morocon and Gizik, how'd you guys do?
I did poorly.
God.
So, Sister Vadaver has a base of 10 and rolled a 1. I have a base of 8 and rolled a 1, so.
We're never
See,
gonna
and-
make our. We're never gonna start the journey.
Again, Morocon's got Constitution for days, so I did pretty well. I rolled a 19, so.
So two
I
of
rolled a
you are
19
just like,
too.
you're just this what a gross place. The other two are nearly catatonic with dread and despair. So Gizik, you kind of go numb. Yours isn't a sobbing moment. It's as if you are transported back mentally into the darkest point in your life, and you are sure that that voice that's been whispering naughtiness to you is it now has you. You are going to be enslaved, and your mother, not only that, but your mother went to hell somewhere, and that you are going to spend eternity trapped with her.
Whispering naughtiness to me? I thought at least half the time it was just, good advice.
It was advice. Maybe not evil, but certainly
It's just into
self-
you as well. Like,
Certainly at
But
least
but
advice that Gizik would like.
yeah, but no, the thoughts of your mother and the abuse and but it all just comes crashing down on you. So you guys are both prone, and really pretty much stunned at this point in this act of despair. you are faintly aware of what the other two notice around you. You see that about 200 feet away, there's a giant rusted monument, like two upturned horns. And between the two horns is a sphere of light. Really bright light. And faintly
Sauron?
No, it's a goodly looking thing. It doesn't look dark at all. Like the upturned horns look nasty and hell-like. This sphere of light, you make out the shimmering form of a four-legged creature within the sphere. It's hard to tell what it is, but there's definitely something in this sphere, and it's attractive. And by that I mean like you're drawn to the beauty of this sphere. But the air is dry, reeks of sulfur. So while Gizik and Sister Fadaver are having their moment of despair, and you're all taking this in, you see forming just from the it looks like from the air around you forms into this cloud of dirt and the red rock around you, just debris, and it takes on a vaguely humanoid shape, and they form in squares F6, F10, G14, M6, and M17, and they move hostilely towards you. Hostility, is that a word? With hostility? So, initiative.
Just initiative, just right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Ugh. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
What
have
delay?
maybe 5 or 6 seconds to look around, but
Well, when it counts, I rolled a 19.
I rolled
21.
a 9.
I rolled an 11 plus 4, 15.
okay. So Sister Fadabear 9. What'd you get, Morocon?
21.
And
He's ready.
Gizik got a 19.
Yep.
19. Okay.
Oh, Jeffrey,
Well-
you're not going last for once. Hey now.
The these little vortex creatures got a 28. So they go buzzing through. They are flying. They don't seem to be walking. They just seem whirling around, and they are going to move and attack. So
Well, do they look like air elementals or something?
they look like a combination of air and earth mixed together, as if the air has collected a bunch of debris from an area, but more than you would like.
Are these the dust bunnies of hell?
They maybe not dust bunnies, but they're
Dust
the
dire
bits
rabbits.
of pieces that they have. The piece of bits and bits that they have look like they have more than just the rocks lifting up, but that they're actually formed of glass and other kinds of debris. So
Dust devils.
the one in M6 moves into A9 and will slam into Morocon. So
Did you say A9?
let's see. K9.
Like the dog.
Sorry.
The wind up for that sneeze lasted like 4
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
I swear.
It was one of those. Wasn't sure it wanted to come. All right, so it's a 19 versus fortitude.
Versus
Is that a hit?
fortitude?
Yep.
It is not.
Okay. Well, let's see if his buddy from F6 is going to move into J9, and he'll try the same thing. That one is a 27 versus fortitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. So you take 16 points of damage.
Jeez.
So it just comes flying towards you. You turn and actually kind of take the brunt of the first attack on your back, so that it just you feel it brush up against you, but it doesn't cause any damage. But it opens you up. The other one whips in and just starts slamming into you. And it at first it feels just like wind pushing into you, but there's force, there's physical force behind this blast of slam. Okay, the one
I
in
take it these guys
F10,
rolled higher than my initiative.
they got a 28. Sorry, yeah,
Ugh.
they're very fast. The one moves to J11 and is going to slam Gizik. It gets a +2 to attack because you are stunned and prone. But it only gets a 5.
Sorry, who
so
is that?
That is the vortex that was in F10 is now in J11, right next to Gizik, and gets a 17.
Against Fortitude, that's a miss.
Nice. So even stunned, it comes across. You're 2 on the ground, and you're like, get over. Just you're still stunned, but you're just kind of enough there that that it goes over you. All right, the one in in G14 moves over into square J13 and will strike at Lavender. 29.
Against Fortitude?
Yeah.
Against
Yeah,
anything. It's a 29.
probably.
Yeah.
I could be
All right.
tough. You don't know. Jeez, man.
7 points of damage.
Okay,
so,
I guess I can
a
take 7
hit,
points of
but
damage.
comes up there, and you think your armor's you're wearing armor. It's gonna deflect most of it, but it comes up and hits you like the side of the face. Slams in.
It
Gets a
hits
nice
my
grazing hit
face.
in your face. Yeah. So you got like road rash on your face.
Ow.
Dude,
You're gonna be so ugly after this.
I know. The sister will be proud of me.
There you go. Yes, all
And
is
the
vanity.
last one moves
Nothing
into
healing
square,
word can't handle.
into square L14 and will attack the sobbing sister. And that is 20. 30.
Which one is it? Is it 20 or 30?
No, a dirty 20.
Oh, a dirty 20. Yeah, a 30 hits my everything.
But a dirty 20. What's a
Oh,
dirty
no. That doesn't hit.
Fortitude?
No, that does not hit my fortitude. My
Okay.
fortitude is 21.
So it comes up, and even crying, you just shrug it off and ignore it. Okay, now it would be
I like the idea so much that sister is crying and it comes to her and she's like, nope, later.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. It's not. So are Gizik and Sister Fodiver stunned until we save, or how does this
You're
work?
just stunned till the end of this first round. So
Oh,
you'll get a turn, but right now you're just
I'm sure that they'll be fine.
you're just too upset, too hopeless.
I'm weeping. I can't be bothered. I can't be attacked right now, but I'm weeping.
All right, Morocon.
Alrighty, well, let's see if we can remedy all this weirdness right now. So I'm going to take a minor, and I'm going to, yep, I think I'll do it. I'll take a minor for Stone Juggernaut.
Okay.
So +2 to all my defenses. And then I'm going to do Brand of the Sun at the one that hit me.
Okay.
And that's going to be a oh my gosh, I love being a cleric. That's going to be a 30 against AC.
Okay. That's a hit, by the way.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Good, because if it's not, I'm taking my first action to run.
It's nice to know that it goes both ways.
Yeah.
That'll be a 10 plus. They'll take 20. So yeah, 20 damage. It's and 7 of 7 of it is radiant. And Gizik can make a saving throw.
He doesn't need a save. It just
Okay.
ends when it ends. But
Oh, well, I would have done something differently if I had. Oh, well. I was trying to help out my companions that are
they're hurt.
like stunned.
Well, 20 points of damage is a good way to kick things off. So
I take it they're not vulnerable radiant?
No, but you sock this thing, and really it's strange because it's like you're attacking a cloud of a vaguely humanoid cloud of dust, but you feel your fist make contact, and bits of debris go flying out of the mass of wind. It's not as satisfying as hitting, like breaking ribs or something, but you feel like you did a solid blow. And now, Gizik, you wallow in self-pity and despair and hopelessness.
What does Gizik say while he wallows? Does he say anything, or does he just cover up does he ostrich? He's like, don't see me. Like,
it's like, no, go away. No. And then he just kind of crouches and hunches over even more and is just kind of like groans.
Or Gizik. Lavender?
But you're not stunned anymore, though, right?
Well, not on his next turn.
Right.
I would like to do Valiant Strike against the one in J10.
Okay.
And I have special, you get +1 extra to attack for each enemy adjacent.
Okay.
Do I get
It's in
+2?
J11. Yep, J11. But yep, you have 2 enemies adjacent.
Oh, sorry, J11. Okay.
Unless you count Sister Fodavera as an enemy, which,
No,
she
I
has
don't.
hit you before.
I will Valiant Strike it. Jibbida. Oh, God damn. Gosh, sorry, dang. Oh no. I rolled a 6. +1, 7.
your
Sorry,
paladin attack
that's a
is
paladin
+12.
attack is +13. Oh, I have +13
Yeah.
on mine.
You're right. +13. I lied.
Yeah, so +14 in total, so 6 + 14.
It's 20. Against what? Oh, that doesn't matter.
Armor class.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah.
That is exactly a hit, actually. So
Wonderful. Jeepers creepers, good to know. Wow. Okay, now it's a 1d10, and I'm gonna roll confidently. And not at all pausing. Okay, so that's a 9 + 7.
16.
Thank you. I forgot to add those numbers together. 16. And then minor challenge. I'm going to challenge the one in L14, who's on the sister.
good. Okay. Challenged. Okay. How do you challenge it?
I see that the sister is down, and I say, surely you have a better target than that.
And you're not sure it understands you, but the swirliness sort of, seems to go. Yeah, so whatever you said has drawn its attention, even if it can't understand the language. And now Sister Fodavere, there's some weeping. She's pulling herself together, but it's just taken that little moment of, using her robe to dab her eyes.
I'm fine. Everything's totally fine.
And now it is the baddies. Okay, so they are going to swirl with a whirling blast. So S1 will shift down into square J10, and S5, the one you challenged, will shift into square K13. The others will stay where they are, and then they are all going to use the whirling blast. So it's a first one from them. So for the first one at the top, he can only potentially hit Morocon. Natural 1. So there's this big swirling, and it's so out of control. It's like you kind of just dodge, and you're wondering what's going on. Like it's getting ready to do something, but no effect. The one by the one that shifted down will go for Morocon and Gizik. Wow, I rolled 7s on both of them, so that would be a 17 versus reflex against both of you.
Ooh, that
Oh,
misses.
nope. It misses.
Barely
Okay.
misses. You picked my weakest defense and missed.
And then the one that's by Gizik, Morocon, and Lavender. This one's gonna try to get all 3 of you. So another 7 on Morocon, another 6 on Gizik, but an 18 plus 10 on Lavender.
Oh yeah, they're just 18. I was like, no, 18 plus 10. Yes. It don't like me.
Nope. But I'm sorry, I need to grab another die. It does 100 die, so.
So I didn't have
What?
these guys numbered.
Wait, it does what?
It does all I heard was it does 100 die.
No.
Joke,
It-
right?
So 15 points of damage.
It does 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Yep.
That's so cute. I'm gonna do a telekinetic screen, and I'm gonna reduce the damage by 10, and I'll take 5.
Okay.
Nice try. Bye bye.
Jeez,
Well-
that's a low roll for a D100. Jeez.
You got lucky.
Can
You got
you
way
imagine?
lucky. You know, he rolled his 1 die 100.
Wait, legit?
No.
It's like the size of a
Scare me like
softball,
this.
like,
Yeah.
Okay, but I did make one mistake, fellas and Lulu. That it does half damage on a miss. So, Morocon, you are going to take. I'll do this really fast.
Yeah, imagine delaying the game just because you felt like doing something stupid. I can't even imagine.
No, it's not stupid. It's just math.
Math is stupid. No, it's not.
Math is dumb. I mean, what?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm a teacher. I shouldn't say. Yeah, that was bad.
So,
I know.
What if your
Oh.
students are watching? Oh,
Well, I'm not a math teacher though, so I can.
so Gizik, you take 19 points of damage.
Ooh.
Morocon, you take. Let's see.
That's half.
That's half, yeah. Because half of 2 hits, yeah. Morocon, you're taking half of 3 hits, which is 10 plus 7, 17 plus 12, 29. And now we have 2 more attacks on Lulu, or Lavender, excuse me. They're not on you. I'm not sending it to Australia. So 2 attacks on Lavender and 1 attack on Sister Potterbear. So Lavender,
the whirling
No!
rocks, they attack Australia. Run! Like,
That
Oh,
is
dear.
terrorism, good sir.
yeah.
They would just run into the native wildlife there and probably
can
perish.
you guys see that?
Oh, what?
Mm-mm.
Did you just not 20 me?
I just 20'd you. Sorry.
He laughs. He's like, I just 20'd you. Sorry. Ha! Like,
Okay.
Oh my god, is
I
this how we TPK to just
back-
devils?
I,
Are you kidding
apparently.
me?
I backed it up with 19 versus reflex. That back it up?
Unfortunately, my reflex is 17. I don't think I have any interrupters that will block that either.
I mean, honestly though, if the sister goes, it's fine.
The sister.
If the sister goes down, actually, I'm the last person you want to go down.
I've
Like,
got healing
that is
spells.
true.
I'm good.
yeah,
So-
you can't heal like her, though.
I rolled a 5, so it's just max damage.
oh, it's just max damage. It's
But
fine.
it's also a hit on you, Lavender.
At max damage, because no thank
No,
you.
yours is not max damage. So
Okay.
max damage would be on poor Sister Potterbear, it would be 27.
Ow.
And on Lavender, Lavender's going to take another 7. So these things go a dervishing around, and they expand in size. It's as if their semi-humanoid bodies just go like out from them and start swirling around. You guys are having to cover and block
Wait,
somewhat effectively,
is that the
but
thing that I divine challenged?
it is. But it
So-
attacked you and Sister Potterbear.
But it
So-
still attacks someone else, so it takes 1d4, right?
Nope. It's if it makes an attack that does not include you, and it
Damn it.
chose to include. Yes.
I've been playing with Ryan for years. Every time you mark someone, they use a burst. They're incredibly canny opponents. Every single opponent that
Wow.
he loves uncanny burst. He's like, nope, I'm not gonna take that.
Yep,
That's
that's me.
fine. Whatever.
So
I
that
don't
would
care.
be our friends the Shard Storms, and now it would be Morocon's turn. How you looking
Okay,
there,
for real.
buddy boy?
How you feeling,
Well,
Moro?
Now you
I'm,
all have road rash.
I am bloodied, so yeah, taking 30 damage kind of takes it out of you. So
Well, you did just get 5 more hit points though, so you know you can take it.
Oh, well, goody.
oh,
Ring
geez,
the
yeah,
bell.
cool. So yeah,
You're gonna pay for this next week, Ryan.
cool. That extra 5 hit points. That's great. I'm still bloodied, so so I'm going to take a minor and healing word myself real quick.
What's the word? How do you pep yourself up? You're like, come in, buddy. Do you pat the girdle?
Just pulls it up.
Give yourself a
I'm gonna
little hug with a girdle.
take
Or
that.
do you pat your chest? Like, look at that.
Take.
She's still shining.
Pop, pop. little bit of glitter comes off of it. I cinch up my belt a little bit more, and
One of your lady brooches kind of shines in the corner.
so that'll be helpful. Okay, I'm in a good place now again, health-wise. All right, so I've got 3 guys in front of me, so I'm going to 5 storms, all 3 of them.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for each one, or
Yes. Uh-huh.
okay?
Attack separate, damage once.
Okay, so starting from the left, that is going to be a 21 against reflex.
Hit.
And the one directly in front of me, that's a miss, I'm assuming. 14 against reflex.
That's a miss. Yep.
Yeah. And then the one in front of Gizik is a 17 against reflex.
That's also a miss.
Dang it.
Their
Okay.
reflex is a 20. Yep.
So the one going to get, oh, that's decent. Is going to be 24 damage.
Is that
Against the one
and that's
that
the
hits.
same one you've already hit, correct?
Yes, it is.
20. Okay, so 24 damage. All right. So you go kicking and punching around there. It's really hard because these guys have not a much definable shape. That as you go hitting, you feel wind, but it just doesn't make contact. But that last one, you come across and you hit it, and you watch as part of the debris inside of it just goes kind of blasts out in a circle, and you can see that as it's spinning and the air, it's not all holding all of the matter together. If it were liquid instead of solid in this thing, it would be bleeding. But it's, you can tell that it's losing integrity.
So it's finally almost gone.
Yep.
All right.
And
Good to know.
Gizik, you come out of your little pout, or not pout, but your little moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I was prone, right?
Yep.
I stand up and I look around at these whirling things, and I get a little bit upset. I reach into my one of my various pockets and pull out this old tome, and then I hold it and I just start staring at them.
You gonna hit them with your library book?
Not library book, no. No, magical spellbook, tome, whatever the witch's
Elspeth's book.
Elspeth's tome of power. Yes.
Yeah.
I
To be
raise
fair,
my
the little
arms
library
towards
card
them,
in the back does say it's long overdue.
and this psychic blast just emanates from me, and they all hopefully start feeling very good in whatever way whirling bits of sand and glass do. Waves of
All the rocks
ecstasy.
start dancing. They're like,
Is that a burst or a blast?
That is a blast 5.
Okay. Is it?
So
and is
the
it
glass
enemies
turn
only?
into like
It
flower
is
petals or something.
enemies only.
So you could get, looks like probably three of those, unless you, because they're kind of behind you and in front of you, so you would have to
Oh, blast.
move.
Crap.
Yeah.
I think burst would be nicer. All right, I'm gonna actually change what I'm doing then. So I stand up, get upset, pull out the tome, and then I just burst into like 100 spiders and swarm across the. I think just the 2 that are to the left of me. This is
Okay.
Flowing Swarm, also a blast.
Lovely.
So this will be versus Fortitude.
Okay, 19.
Okay. So in the first one, oh, I just rolled a 19 plus 13. That'll hit. The other one is a 9 plus 13, a 22.
Both hit.
Okay, so this will do 2d6 plus 8. $16 damage.
Right. And you move with that, right?
I do. So I'm going to, let's see, I get to shift 4 squares. Has to be adjacent to the blast still. So I'm going to shift up to I-10.
Okay.
Let's see, and I will try to bewitch the one in front of me. I can do that still, right? I've stood up, attacked, and now I can do one more thing.
Yeah.
All right, so bewitch.
Do you want to bewitch the one that is more hurt, or the one that is?
Which one is
just-
more hurt?
The one that's now between you and Morocon, that you're flanking with Morocon.
Is he pretty hurt? Like, I
Yeah.
think he might die soon?
Yep.
Why don't I will bewitch J11 then.
Okay.
29.
Got him.
I want
Okay.
to be able to move him around.
Okay.
So, not this time, but anytime I want to, I can use a minor action and slide
Slide
him.
Lovely.
So that's it for this round.
All right.
Don't anger the
Lavender.
ogre.
Well, you mentioned there was a big shiny thing in the middle with horns. Or did I make that up?
No, it's about 200 feet away. There's something that looks kind of like a monument made out of that's like 2 upturned horns with a big shining orb between the 2 of them.
Awesome. I'm going to get as close to it as I can. How close can I get?
Well, 200 feet would be 40 squares, so you can move 6. So
Really? Never mind.
unless you want to
Okay.
use your attack action to run also.
Get 12
So,
squares. Wow.
I would recommend let's deal with the problem here and now
I thought it was causing the problem. This is
instead of
hard.
abandoning the group.
No, I'm just.
the
you know what,
paladin's running.
I don't think house suits me, guys. Like, I'm sorry. I don't think this is what I signed up for.
Okay.
It's not really my jam. I don't even know if I really like Bahar anyways. I'm not really committed.
Did any of us really, volunteer to be sucked into hell?
That's what I mean. So it's kind of not my problem. Like I don't even know these guys. So she says all of that mid-battle. No.
Okay.
Um. Okay. Well, I guess I could do something useful. I will distract the one closest to me.
There are 3 equally close. You are
Forget
surrounded.
it. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to do mind lock on all 3 of them because I'm gonna
Okay.
use my power points to augment it, and it becomes a burst 1 apostrophe within 10 squares.
Okay. Is it enemies or all
It's
creatures?
enemies.
Okay.
I'm not trying to mind lock my pals. Like, what's up, bros? Not anymore. Try thinking
Okay.
it'll be funny.
Roll 3 attacks.
So I'm targeting Will, which is
Mhm.
fine. That's a 16. I know that's not going to make it. Plus 2. Dirty 20. Because
That's a hit.
I didn't distract. That's not true. That's 16.
Oh, so 16 is a
Yeah.
miss.
Yeah.
You need a 19, but you got 2 more attacks.
I do. Okay. No. That definitely didn't interrupt what I was gonna do. Okay. I'm going to summon my force spheres. Hello, here they are. Which I can't do because that's a daily.
You can drop a daily if you'd like.
Do I? Mine
We need these things to die.
is a standard action.
Yeah.
Can I do a standard and a daily? Okay, sorry. So I'll do that, and then I'll use a minor action to hit him. Hit 1.
So you don't want to do mind lock?
Oh, I did.
Then you need to make 2 more attacks.
Oh, sorry everyone. I'm so sorry.
You only missed
sorry.
one of them. You might hit the other
Sorry.
2.
Oh, that was so dumb. I'm so sorry.
She's
Okay.
drunk and ramble in the middle of her.
I'm not drunk. I was just panicking.
No, there's nothing
I
wrong.
thought it was like 1 roll to hit.
There's no judgment here. Just
Are you
amusement.
day drinking, Lulu?
There you go.
Yeah, it's quarantine. Do you know what
There
I'm
we
day
go.
drinking? Everything.
Is that what you're drinking? Quarantine? That's not.
It's a mixed drink. It's called a quarantini.
Yeah.
What can I say? This is nothing but quality content with me in a dressing gown and everyone else dressed up properly. But you'll notice that I have makeup on, so I tried. Nobody can judge me. Next one is a 23.
That's a hit.
And the one after that is a 15, which is a miss. It's okay. I'm fine. I don't care. Whatever. I don't mind. So,
So
I'm
which
gonna
one
damage
did you
1.
hit?
Yeah.
The middle one.
Which would be the one in J13.
J13, okay.
I hit J13. I say, J13, I choose you. And I roll an 8 plus 6 psychic damage. And now they're slowed.
Okay, so that guy is slowed.
Yeah.
And then you wanted to use your force spears. That's an action point attack, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna use an action point to bring those babies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will, and then I'll use a minor action to use it.
Okay, which
on
one do
the
you want to hit?
That I just J13.
Okay.
Why not? This is against reflex. 14 plus 10, 24.
That'll hit.
Okay. 1d6 plus 5. And he's prone as well.
What does it look like when you knock a rocky dust devil prone? Like all the rocks fall down.
I like when it just sort of like dissipates into dust, and then it sort of like gathers itself back slowly, kind of like it's sulking on the ground now. It's just sort of like. Although in my head, this is probably so wrong, but in my head, the rocks have kind of like formed a little frowny face with all the bits of debris they've collected.
It's like clouds. You kind of adjust it. You think you see that frowny face. I'm pretty sure.
I think I'm talking to someone.
I think I heard it.
How much damage?
6.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big kid.
So you miss 2 of them, and you look around, and just pull it together a bunch of force. Those spears start spinning, and you chuck one right at the one in front of you.
Yeah.
Knocks out some debris, and now it would be Sister Faudaver.
Well, she stopped bawling, dabs her eyes with her white robe. And how badly hurt is everyone? What's Lavender down to?
41 out of 60.
What's Gizik down to?
Same, 41 out of 60.
And Moralcon, what are you down to?
I healing word myself, so I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm 61 out of 75.
All right. Well, I will hold off on the big boom then, until maybe we get into a little bit more of a desperate strait. Not that I want to wait for everyone to die, but well, the first thing that I will do is I will get up with my my move action, and she gets up and dusts herself off and says, "Aelin," finds some way in her head to blame it on Aelin. I don't know how that makes sense in her head, but it does. And oh, these things are really ugly. And do I still have one of those bad boys in front of me?
Yeah. Yep, right in square K13.
I don't like him. And so I am going to use Resurgent Smite upon him. And what is his AC?
20.
All right, that's a 23, so I more than hit him. He is going to take 9 plus 6. He will take 15 points of damage. And I will let Gizik spend a healing surge. Dang it, plus 3. So she takes her greatsword, mutters something about Aelin, and whispers a prayer, and swings it like a Mighty Casey baseball bat, and sends like some of the rocks go flying. And then she reaches in and pulls out some of its life force, and she throws it over to Gizik. And looks very angry.
You said only plus 3, but don't you add your wisdom to that healing?
Oh, I lied. You're right. I rolled. It should have been plus 6, not plus 3. Thank you.
Right.
Sorry, I was looking at my feet and not at my lay on hands.
In that case, it tops me off.
Okay. Congratulations. So
Gizik's over there.
yeah,
slurping that juice right up. Okay, you still have a minor act.
I will divine challenge the one that Lavender divine challenged.
Okay. And what do you say?
Her divine challenge is always the same. It's face me, sinner. I don't know how a pile of rocks sins, but these look like sinful rocks and dirt.
Yeah.
Sinful rocks and dust.
They're so lustful. I'm sure it's lust.
I have no doubt. They're prideful. They think they're better than all the other rocks in Avernus.
All right, so it's back to their turn. And 2 of them recharged their whirling blast.
Oh, how lovely.
Of course they do.
The one in J9 did not, so he's going to just make a nice abrasive slam at Morocon. 14 versus Fortitude is a big fat miss. So
it sure is.
Comes across and it doesn't even phase you. The one in between Morocon and Gizik, square J10, was one that recharged his blast. Actually, both those that are nearby recharged. So 2 attacks on Morocon, 2 attacks on Gizik, 1 attack on Lab. Here we go. 2 attacks on Morocon. Ooh, I rolled a 17 and a 19 on the dice. So those are both going to be hits. 2 attacks on Gizik. I rolled a 2 and a 3, so both misses on Gizik. And on Lavender, I rolled an 18, so 1 hit on you.
Is it 18
Morocon,
plus 10?
It's plus, yeah, an 18 plus 10, 28, sorry. So Morocon, this is really going to hurt. So you're going to take 33 points of damage. Gizik, you will take half of that. You will take 16. And Lavender, you will take 20. So the swirling...
I'm in a world of hurt, guys.
Yeah, the swirling whirlwind of yuckiness, they grow to that large size and start slamming everything in the area.
I turn to Gizik and I say, "My will is in my pocket."
Okay.
And Gizik, you were actually shoved back into square H10 by the force of this.
Okay.
Now there are two more. One next to they're both next to Lavender and Sister Fodaver.
Oh, how joyful.
Well, excuse me. One of them's next to Sister Fodaver. Two are next to Lavender. So the one in square J13 will attack Lavender, but I rolled a 4, so that's a miss.
Pray for me. Okay.
And the one next to Sister Fodaver and Lavender looks back and forth like, without facial features, you can't see indecision, but there's this
Go ahead,
sort of
do
like
a burst attack, make
lunging
my
thing.
day.
So no, it didn't recharge. So we're just gonna see. We're gonna roll to see who it goes for. Evens will be Sister Fodaver. A 2. Congratulations.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
But a 5 on the die, so it does attack, but misses. And how much damage is it gonna take from violating your mark, Lulu? Lavender's mark?
1d4 radiant.
It's not much, but I'll take it.
No, it's not 1d4. It's just 4.
4.
Sorry, I was reading. I was like, I know there's a 4.
Yeah.
4.
Ha ha ha. You're gonna suffer for attacking one of us.
Just one.
Okay, and now Morocon, you're up. And hurt.
Doesn't it attack me? The one that's on me?
No, it attacked Lavender. Oh wait,
Oh.
no, that was against you. That was against you. Yeah, it missed.
Okay.
Yeah, it missed but took damage.
Ha.
So Morocon.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I have had enough of this, but there's not much I can do. So Morocon's not one to back down from a fight. So he's going to take a minor and do Blades of Holy Fire. So now everyone gets 1d6 fire and radiant damage.
Yay.
And I am going to do Sacred Shielding against the one that's just barely holding together.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 28 versus AC.
That'll hit.
Okay. So, all right. So, Orocon just basically just wham, throws a big haymaker at that guy for 22 damage.
Okay. So
And Lavender gets +2 to all defenses until the end of my next turn.
Thank you.
So
wow,
you
and
go.
she's already got +2 because of her spheres. So she's like, nobody touch me! Like, leave me alone.
So as you punch through this thing, it just blows apart. Gizik, you get a little bit of dust in your mouth from this the explosion of this thing. There's no corpse. It's just rubble is strewn about everywhere. But that the wind around it stops. Yeah. There would be stillness, but there's still another one right next to you. Actually, 2 more. And they still are going to try and road rash you to death.
So was that J10?
We're fighting
was the
road
one-
rash.
That was the one in J10, yes.
J9.
This really is hell. The road rash comes up off the ground and gets you. Like,
The one in J9 is gone now, so we still
Yeah.
have J10 and J11.
There's one in K9, but the one that was in J9 actually had moved down. So he's the one.
Or K9, yeah, sorry.
He's there. So Gizik. You've got one. You got the one over on the other side of Morocon bewitched.
I think that was the one in J11 that I bewitched.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Okay. Well, not that that matters too much right now. I open up my book and I flip through the pages a little bit, and then I start whispering to these things, all of them, I guess, all 4 of them that remain, of the pleasures of suffocating enemies and rending flesh, and they just get excited and start whirling faster, and then they scream in agony as that builds and builds, and then they all fall to the ground. And I will roll to attack. So
Okay.
the first
So
one,
they're just a low mist now.
I guess. I don't know, whatever.
They dropped all their rocks. They're just dust.
They're just, dwarf height instead of, I don't know, troll height. Okay, so the first one is a 16 versus Will.
Nice.
26 versus Will.
That's a hit.
Rolled a 1. And I rolled a 20.
There you go. A natural 20?
Natural 20. So let's try and back this
Oh.
up.
Yeah.
That's a 17 versus Will.
Their will's 19.
I hate these little dust
I am
devils, so
going
please
to
just
use-
auto-kill one of these things.
I'm going to use my
You're going to add up to inside that?
Witch's Blessing on this.
Oh, okay.
Rolled a 2. That just hits.
Okay. Now, so you're going to roll the die 6?
Yes. That's a 3.
If you instant kill something with this Waves of Ecstasy, that is just terrifying.
Hey, psychic attacks
What a way to
can be
go.
very damaging. Let's see. So
It's like a bard killing someone with cutting words.
let's see. So I think the second one that I missed, I'm going to re-roll that attack with my irrefutable armor.
Okay.
So that will be
It's like armor, but without refute.
right. That's a 33. So I only missed the one that was when I rolled a 1. And I
Yeah.
think that was the third one. Okay, damage now. So the ones I hit are all they're prone and they can't stand up until they save.
Mhm.
And I hit the one that's bewitched, so it's also dazed until the end
Okay.
of my next turn. Alright, damage. Let me move my dice really quick and roll the damage. So this will be 24 damage, 12 damage on the one I missed.
All right. Well, that bloodies all of them, even the one that you only did half damage. So,
And
there's some hurt going on here.
I just kind of let out a little chuckle as I watched their agony.
Yeah. So the rocks, they kind of hit the ground, and the rocks are kind of tumbling up and down instead of swirling in a more controlled way. They're just sort of bouncing up and down there on the floor. And a smug grin from Gizik takes us to Lavender's turn. You've got 3 prone, whirling things.
I think I'm going to actually use my minor and move still.
Oh, okay.
So the one that's in
Okay.
J11, I will slide him up to J10, and I'll shift in next to him, so it's between me and Marocon again.
Okay.
Mabel, you play Dragon Age 2, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this battle is like the Rock Wraith, in the underground tide.
Ugh, don't even remind me. And that thing falls apart and then comes back together and then falls
Yeah, 'cause
apart. And you're like, well, I'm dead.
It is the worst fight in that whole game. Corypheus is easier to beat.
Horrendous.
But this is exactly what I picture it like. It like whirls around and it explodes and comes back together. Like we're
For
fighting the rock
context,
wraith.
I played Dragon Age on hard, but for that battle, I did it on easy, and I still cried.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's only hard because the allies are so dumb and won't go hide.
Yeah.
You're like having to hurry
yeah.
and make them all run and hide behind the pillars. And then there's someone standing out there like,
yeah.
Great.
And then they're
Do you
dead.
think I
yeah.
should do this? And you're like, no, you dumb. Oh my
Just stand
God.
there. Just stand there, Fenris. Don't move. There's no yeah.
Oh, Fenris always moves. Okay. With that inspiring conversation, I'm gonna do Paladin's Judgment.
You have a look on your face that suggests 1.
Yep. I wasted my daily. Because that's fun. And then I roll a 16 for Mind Lock. No, I'm not, because they're already prone. Valiant Strike. Against one of them. Any one of them. It's fine. Don't look at me.
You only have 1 standard action, dear, so you can't do anything but your
Oh.
bad paladin show. You have
Cool.
a minor and a move.
I have a minor and a move. Well, I miss, so I still can spend a healing surge. So that's alright. Well, it's a 1. I rolled a 1.
But Paladin's Judgment does half damage on a hit, so you still get to roll damage.
Okay. Alright.
It's a
Okay.
daily. Woohoo, dailies.
That's good. I still get something. Okay, so it's 3d10. It's a 4 plus a 10 plus a 6 plus
20
7.
plus your, so 27, half of 27, 13. Okay.
13.
well, It's a pretty fair miss there.
Yeah.
And you get to spend a surge.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
So you
Fun.
go to swing down. These things are prone, and you're like, "What am I even hitting at? Do I golf club this with you?" I mean, you're holding this big old sword. Like it's not. There's nothing fleshy to stab, so you're just kind of like hacking at the ground, and you can't really tell if it's doing anything at all. But it just doesn't feel like you're chipping
kinda, like,
away quite like
sweeping
you
the
want to.
ground more
Yeah,
with my
kinda.
sword. Yeah, it looks like I'm trying to sweep. It's kind of weird. And then minor action, force sphere attack.
Okay.
Against reflex, which is 19 plus 10.
That'll hit.
Okay. 1d6 plus 5, and I mean 2d6 plus 5. Oh! Should I add it on Moroccon's Radiant? Fire
To
damage?
the blades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half of 5, 2.
Okay.
And then for this one, sorry, I should have remembered that before. That was bad of me. This one is a 1d6 plus 5 plus another d6. So 5 plus 5, 10. And he's doubly prone. He's like really down. He's like a little puddle of dust.
Puddle of dust.
There's just
Okay.
little rocks bouncing up and down on the ground, like
Pebbles are hopping off the
It's like
ground
a
like
whack-a-mole
sizzling bacon.
situation. I'm like, no, stay down. Come on, man. Let
Well,
me
you have a
have this."
hammer, though. You have the ideal weapon for this. The rest of us are like,
Literally
what am I
whack-a-mole.
stabbing? And you're whack-a-mole.
It's like Donkey
Like,
Kong
I don't
when
know,
you get
keep
the big
smashing.
hammer.
Do you think it's dead yet?
Sister Fadaver.
So how badly is everybody hurt now? Is it time?
I'm bad.
Horrendous. I don't know how much my healing surge is either. Please help me.
Your surge value
I'm pathetic.
is on your character sheet in the it's right above your hit points. See where your hit points are?
I've seen them before. Oh, healing surge 10. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Your
50.
surge value, no, your surge value is 13, I think.
Surge value 15.
15. There you go. Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Thank
looking at an old version of your character sheet, Lou. Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How low are you, Gizik?
I think I'm down 14 right now.
okay. Well,
Down
I
16.
feel like it's time. Moralcon's hurt really badly. Is everyone within 5 squares of me, DM? Okay.
Yes.
Dang it, I hate not using the shields of holy fire, but everybody's hurt. So I'm going to do it. So the first thing I do, because I can't use a healing surge when I use this power, is I use virtue to give myself temporary hit points. Luckily, I have a lovely surge value, so I get 18 temporary hit points. So she grabs her holy symbol and cries out, "Bestera, bless me for my chastity!" And she is covered in a white glow that emanates from her belt and just kind of goes out and covers her like a shield. And she is protected by the power of virtue. So I use virtue to get those hit points. And then she takes her sword and she strikes the sky with it and says, "Bestera!" She says, "Grant me the power of the 7 marchers, Saint Bridget, Saint Charlotte, Saint Donna Kate," and she blasts each of you with a healing surge plus 8.
I mean, not to interrupt that really awesome moment. Bless me for my chastity. If
Yes.
you're not, if Vesper doesn't believe you're like, does she like check up on you? Like,
Like,
how does that? Is it her
presume-
definition of chastity? Like, if you're not chastity and she doesn't bless you, do you feel judged? Like,
well,
is
the
this-
power is called virtue, so it might be a different virtue depending on which god you follow. But she's absolutely certain that she gets blessed because of her chastity.
See, Lachlan
Can
has
you
that power as well, and
imagine-
his is not, has nothing to do with chastity.
Can you imagine though, like Vestar just being like, it's not about okay. You know what? Just give
Never
it to her.
mind.
It's fine.
Never. Just give it to her. Give her what she wants.
So does that use our
And,
surge
Oh my
then?
gosh, thank
It
you.
does.
That's my
That's,
standard, and that's my minor. I still have a move.
I'm in a good place now, health-wise.
I am going to divine challenge the one on. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to use lay on hands, and I'm going to heal myself. So I get my.
Hey sister, are you
third-
still chaste if you touch yourself like that?
She touches only the wound, and she doesn't linger, so it doesn't count. That brings me up to full. So I am up to my full hit points, and I have temporary hit points. I have healed everyone else, and my turn is over, which is good because now I'm weakened because of that. So she slumps noticeably, and her sword goes like clank into the ground because I'm weakened for my next turn. But everyone
Okay.
else feels great.
So that's the end of that round. At the as these vortexes are sitting there spazzing out with the waves of ecstasy, there's a deep female voice. I mean, I'm talking like
Ursula,
first
the sea witch.
yeah, it is that this low alto voice says, "What's going on here?
House
You're not
cleaning?
demons? Hey, you're not demons. Why are you near the Demon Zapper?" And your attention is drawn to a very large looking female creature, about in square U and V 3 and 4. Okay, she has brown skin, and not like beautiful African brown skin. I'm talking like dirt and stone kind of brown skin. She's wearing a kind of a sand-colored long robe. She's got these bracers that look like they're made of some sort of red rock on her arms. And you all can make a check. It would be an Arcana check if you are trained
Now
in
comes the
Arcana.
Stone Wraith battle.
I'm not trained in Arcana. Do you still want me to check?
Me
you
neither.
wouldn't know.
And I rolled a 5.
I'm trained in Arcana.
I have
so, like,
21.
Okay.
12 plus 15. I have 27.
Okay, so you recognize her as a Dao, which is a genie of sort, but of the earth variety.
So if I catch
she,
her, I get 3 wishes.
not necessarily.
Oh.
She's when I say genie kin, I mean like the equivalent of
Janazi?
Well, you could try if you want to try and catch her. She doesn't look like the kind who would be easily caught. But
Okay. I mean, I've got
she-
59 hit points now, so why not?
she's carrying a staff, and it's a staff that is like she's standing. She's easily 15 feet tall, and the staff goes both up and down all the way to the ground. So the staff itself is probably 17 feet tall.
It's like a Grecian column, but she's using it to walk with.
Yeah.
Like,
So she says this, and then you see her kind of take one hand and go, and just the things you're fighting settle. You can still see that there's a form near where you are, but the rocks stop moving as if they've been squished into submission.
Was
does
that
Lavender
easy?
stop hammering him, or does she keep whacking him?
No, I'm still going. I'm
Yeah.
mad. I'm like, yeah, I got this.
So
Did it with one arm,
She
though.
looks around. She's like, "Not demons, not demons. Why are you by the Demon Zapper?"
All right, so Sister Fadavere turns to Lavender and she says, "I told you there would be consequences for hanging out with Aelin."
Aelin's not a demon. She's only part demon. Devil.
She feels completely vindicated.
All right. I don't know what a demon zapper is, but we are here looking for Tiamat to try to help us break the chains and escape Avernus. Free the cities.
Just tell a
Okay.
strange
She's
lady
like-
that we're looking for Tiamat.
She's obviously not in league with the demons.
She actually
She's
leans on her
laughing at
staff.
us.
She's laughing so hard. She's like, losing her breath. She says, "Because Tiamat is so accommodating."
Well, we will try.
You are hilarious, little one. And it's the first
Little
time
one.
you can think of since you were your childhood when you were called little one.
How old is she? Wait, no,
Uh,
I said
that-
that out loud to sister. How old is she?
To the Dell lady, and she says, "I don't know, dear. She's one of those evil other planet creatures."
Oh, and we just told her we're looking for Tiamat, and now you want to call her evil?
Oh, I can't help her nature.
Actually, have you seen another one? Near the Demon Zapper, you called it? Like us, but not. Kind of devilish. Has a name, Aelin.
Did you just ask her if she'd seen a devil in hell?
I mean, kind of, but like a dressed, a civilized devil. No, that's a worse term. Now we're going back to Britain. Oh no,
A civilized devil.
Civilized.
Not a savage.
She's got a monocle and like a champagne flute.
Let's sit down and have some
She says-
tea, dearie.
She's- The only ones who come around here are the demons. They're attracted to the Zapper. She points back to that big radiant ball that's about 200 feet away.
Mhm.
She
Well,
says,
that's great. Do you know Tiamat by any chance?
Yes, we play bridge. No, Tiamat. It's just-
That's good. Okay,
You
cool.
are all so funny.
Does he want to come over and play bridge?
Because Tiamat, if you seek an audience with Tiamat, you must first seek Archon the Cruel. And she looks at Moroccan. She says, "Are you an associate of Archon?"
Say yes.
A lie.
Yes.
Say yes.
Well, then you would obviously know where to find him. But he
But
won't.
let's say he forgot. Where would we go?
Because
He's always
obviously we're all his new associates.
I mean, it's really easy to get turned around in hell.
Yeah.
It is. Well, if you orient yourself from the Demon Zapper, it's that way. And she just kind of motions off, says, "He's either at the monument or his tower, but he won't receive just anyone. You'll have to cross the River Styx to reach him, and you don't exactly have a good means to get around. And you would need a bargaining chip because
That's okay. We'll use you as a bargaining chip.
he would not. He would not be interested in me. Although he might be
'Cause you're bad
interested
at
in
bridge.
something you have. She says,
Something.
but I could help you. I could help you. You are not demons or devils. No, in fact, I feel a little bit of divinity about you. Your
We're
creatures-
worshippers of the goddess Bestera. Surely you've heard of her.
Ugh.
No, we're
Ugh.
not. We're fake worshippers of the goddess Vistara.
Yeah.
Dirty.
We all like
'Cause we're-
audibly groan when she speaks. It's like, ugh.
She says,
And I
never heard of her, but it is fortuitous. Perhaps you could help me break my pact, undo my pact, and I could help you reach Archon the Cruel.
Is your pact with Tiamat?
Oh, heavens no, my pact is with Zariel.
Oh,
Oh.
you
Yes.
entered into a deal with a devil? And she looks at Lavender and Morocon.
Who would
How
do
foolish! I'm
Morocon?
sure you've come to regret it.
I turn to Morocon. I'm like, Morocon, real quiet. Just bear with me here. What if we pretended to take the sister hostage, gagged her, and just pretend to be devils for like a day?
All
Morocon
right, she
is,
turns to her and says, "That's not funny,
is visibly
Lavender."
distracted by Lavender, just like, what? So, madam, what would you require of us?
Break the pact.
Well, I don't know how to break my pact, but if you really have some sort of connection to the divine, then perhaps you can pray or whatever you do to figure out what I have to do to undo my pact.
Yes, I know that prayer. I would like to roll for deception.
Well,
The prayer for the Oathbreaker? That's not coming from my church.
well, Hamina's the goddess of finding things and all. So, I guess I'm gonna offer up a prayer to my goddess. So, Hamina, I know we just spoke not that long ago, but hi,
Thank you
it's
for
me
my
again.
girdle.
Thanks for this gear. It's been really cool. It's been quite helpful, actually. So, our path has led us to this creature here who has a pact with the devil and would not help us until we find out how to break this pact. So if you've got any info for us, that would be stellar.
Lavender goes to pray as well, but she's still kind of hyped up from the battle and the discussions she's had in hell. And so she says, perhaps before I pray, Mother Vahara, I should ask, is this creature a Hollyphant?
Is this creature celestial?
Is this creature celestial? Do I have the right to pray? Or should I perhaps wait for it to reveal its true nature?
Is she praying out loud?
Yeah.
Okay, then I immediately detect evil after she says that. Like,
It's an evil holy
You
font.
find it.
I've been a faker all along. I'm Tiamat.
Are you detecting evil on the
On
Tao?
Lavender?
no, I'm trying to see if the Tao is evil.
So the Tao, you do sense evil from the Tao, but it's not the same as anything you felt in hell. Like the things you felt from that undead priest, from devils, from demons, it's as if they embody evil. Hers is more like as the evil is much less visceral. It's more like you probably sensed it from from like street people back in Eonia. It just
like
feels like kind of a selfishness rather than a pure I want to corrupt and destroy everything. But it is evil.
Okay.
Does Vahara reply, or is she just kind of pissed off and quiet?
Does Hamina give me any inklings?
Not yet.
Well, I'm really glad I dedicated my life to this. This is definitely not a puzzle in hell that I don't want to solve. This is. I mean, I just
You're gonna get
fought a bunch
you're gonna
of
get mad
devils.
when your goddess doesn't treat you to like an AT&T relationship. Like she never picks up the phone.
I don't understand. I say Vana once and boom, there she is. But no. I mean, I didn't say Vana again. You know what? Maybe I did. This is fine.
It's so irritating when the goddess of logic expects you to think your way through your problems. So
Maybe
there's
my
no
brain
response
is
coming.
tired.
Sister
Okay.
Father Gizik,
Yeah, I'll give it a shot too.
what do you
I'm
say?
gonna pray to your god. Are we all just getting down on our knees and praying in a little circle around her? We just lay a hand on her shoulder.
Knees are not necessary.
Oh.
I'm like, Sigrun, you horrible thing. This Dow here could help us with our quest and get us what we need to break the chains and get out of Avernus. But it needs some help. Breaking its oath to is it to a devil?
Yeah.
To a devil. So you would be striking out and attacking this devil and helping us in our quest as well.
All right.
Will you help us
So-
with this, Sigrun?
You find yourself sinking, Gizik. You find yourself sinking into the ground as if the ground was made of some sort of goo, like the consistency of gravy or something. And as you are immersed, you're actually, it's a little panicking, like you're going to start to suffocate, but you find yourself just floating in this goo, and a green light forms around you, and in that light, you see a twisted face. And when I say twisted face, I mean it is the most hideous hag face you have ever seen. One eye looks like it's drooped all the way down, about halfway down its cheek. Its nose is hooked and crooked, and what you can faintly see of the body appears to be covered in hair. I'm talking cousin it kind of hair. And she says, "Not much of a prayer if you ask me, but I was in the area." And you're looking at her thinking, that is not Sigrun. Like it's very you would find most hags attractive compared to this thing that you're seeing. And so as you look, she kind of reads your face. "Oh, don't be surprised. I'm one of Sigrun's soul sisters. I know what you want, hag son. You want the answer to breaking the Dow's pact. Well, that's easy. She just needs to consume Fey blood. A lot of it. Fey blood. Like you have. Your sack of self right there. Or the elf. You can just feed her the
It
elf.
was Andorial, but... Oh, like my blood.
Hey, not
Like-
celestial.
You've got Fey blood. And the elf has Fey blood. You can give yourself, you're stupid. Maybe you could find another Fey nearby that would satisfy the pact. You could ask the Dow. Maybe she knows a Fey. But feeding her the elf would just be the easiest. She's a paladin. Aren't they self-sacrificing fools anyway?
I will
Lately?
I suggest it to her.
By the way, you and that book together in hell, it's really doing a number on your soul. You better watch.
Well,
Oh, by the way, you're going to need a soul to buy the help of this archon you're looking for. I recommend using the Holy Font Remains or the Unicorn. One or the other will do the trick. and then
All right.
it's as if you are vomited right back out of the ground. You're just like right back up. To all the rest of you, you watch, and you see this. This is not like Morokan's experience with Hamina. You see Gizik go squish down into the ground, and in a matter of the blink of an eye, gets spat back right up, and he is covered with some sort of gravy, some sort of yucky brown goo all over him.
Do you think really right now is the time for a bath?
Yeah, you've got a point. I used some prestidigitation and cleaned myself off. It just kind of all just sloughs to the ground. And I step
Gal
away.
is watching, like she's watching, and she's like, waiting for something to happen. Like, what does that mean? Did it work?
It worked. I have the answer. I know what we need to do.
And what is that?
We need to find Fey blood. I glance over at Sister Fadaver, and you need to consume a large amount of Fey blood.
Well, that's fair, sister.
I don't have any Fey blood. I don't carry any blood. Why would I carry blood?
You should carry blood. Why do you not carry blood?
Because I follow a goddess of virtue and light. I don't
It doesn't mean you don't have veins, sister.
I don't have any Fey blood. Are you questioning my parentage? Wait,
What's wrong with being a fae?
you're an elf, aren't you? Can you have some of her blood?
She
How
has
much
something
do you
against my
need?
blood?
Well, we could start sharing some blood and see if that's enough. I don't know. I don't know how much we need, but I don't know. If we both contribute, maybe we could contribute enough to break this oath.
Where
Maybe
do
if we go
is
halvesies.
She
Let's
drink
take her out to
it?
lunch.
We'll just make some blood in her lunch. It'll be fine.
Oh,
Uh,
she could eat
guess
it if she wants. It might be easier to drink, though.
Well, I tell you what, I'll trade you the elf for the unicorn.
What
the
unicorn?
elf for the unicorn? You have a unicorn?
What unicorn?
Well, what do you think fuels the demon zap?
Oh,
And
A
she points back
unicorn?
to that ball of radiance back there, and it kind of clicks in your mind. Okay, a goodly entity reached out to the druid to show him a way down. That it could only be the unicorn.
You think I'm worth a unicorn?
you would trade us for the unicorn. You were willing to give up the unicorn to break this oath.
Well, if I don't have to stay here and guard the demon zapper, I'm leaving Avernus.
Well, why don't you just drink the blood of the unicorn? That would break your oath.
That's a
Can't
magical
drain
beast.
unicorns.
It has to be fey. But I'll drink the elf, and you get the unicorn.
No, wait, didn't the hag just tell me that drinking the blood of the unicorn would work?
Yeah,
Drink
just
me in
pop
like a
the cop.
smoothie.
No, the hag said
Just pop the
Put me in
cap
a
off and,
NutriBlender to get my full value.
Oh, wait a minute.
The
No
soul
one
sister.
is drinking a member of the Hallowed Council.
I didn't say no. Like I'm up for it. She's pretty.
The soul sister said that Archon the Cruel would need a soul. And she said the unicorn or the holy font remains
Oh,
would
okay.
probably suffice. So, but as far as ending the pact, it's got to be Fey blood, which means you or the elf or some other solution.
Marukan, could you call out to your wife and bring her here?
Oh. Do it! Do it!
Do it.
Do
Two
it
birds,
in
one
your cooler.
stone.
Do it in
I'm
your
not
cooler.
sure that.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Call
I'm
your
not sure
wife.
that would go over very well.
Maybe she's got Fey blood from someone else. Let's make a deal with your wife. That's way better.
No,
Like,
tell your
It
wife.
doesn't
she
have to
is
be.
her.
It doesn't
Come
have
on.
to be her. I mean, what about the piper?
After you told
Can you bring
Lavender the
piper
secret
here?
as well, call for your wife.
Call your wife.
Oh, jeez. I'm not sure that would go
Okay.
over so well.
Our choices
Um,
are call for your wife or drink the elf.
Beyonce, we're not married yet.
It's only a matter of time. common law.
You're married, and the Tao says you're married to a dragonborn married to a fae. You are a bizarre group.
Thank you.
If you aren't circumstances.
If you aren't willing to let me drink the elf, I do know of another fae. He roams Avernus. He's kind of an outcast, but we could try to lure him over, and you could take him. What do you think?
I
We
mean,
can't-
morally, I don't really want you to drain some outcast and we lure it in just because I don't want to be drained. I mean, look, Vahara hasn't been making a lot of logical sense lately, but I feel like an innocent soul is.
Oh, he's
Or-
not innocent. If you
What does
determine he's a
do?
murderer, if you have squeamishness
Welcome to
about,
Avernus. How many of you are not? I mean, no, okay, no, that's not great, is it?
Well, he's not a member of the council.
We can't bleed an innocent creature. How much blood is near? I can't believe I'm saying this.
Tadao just said he's not innocent. All
I'm
of our
saying we've
problems
got
are solved.
Two-Phase and Marukan, you called your fiance Tree-Face.
Why can't we just see if his girlfriend has fey blood on her? I mean, I'd rather
Exactly,
make it.
Marukan, call your fiance.
I'd rather make a deal than harm some innocent creature or slightly less innocent creature.
Question, I mean, does it have to be a deal? Maybe it's just a favor. They're getting engaged. That's what fiancés do.
Oh,
know?
can you do something for her in order to? Can you?
I mean,
I don't
just
know.
tell her you want to show off your new girdle and
I-
highlighted chest. That's beautiful. That's nice.
You could offer her a present. We could. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh
something.
my gosh, I could give her the helmet.
give her the helmet.
Oh,
Oh, would she take it?
Take
Sigrun
away
would
a
take it
relic
happily.
from another city. Does Sigrun have fey blood?
You know, Hamina brought us to this
I-
point, and desperate times call for desperate measures.
So
What do you
you're
think,
telling
guys?
me, she says, you're telling me you feel better about luring your fiance for me to consume as opposed to
No,
a-
not her.
some
I
murdering warlord of Avernus who
But-
happens to be a fake creature.
tell you what. Where is
Honestly,
this warlord? Do you
no,
know
this
where
sounds
he
like
is?
a really timely side quest. When this is kind of an entertaining backstory filler. I don't know. I want to go with the nonsense.
She's really not a very good person.
Well, it's all the same to me. If that's my price, you want to meet with Archon. You want a way to cross the Styx, and I'm guessing you're going to want the unicorn to bribe Archon.
Just quickly, how do you plan on getting us across the river?
I have a machine.
You have a machine? Where's the machine?
Yes, I have. Well, I won't tell you that. You just run off and use it without me.
Okay,
ridiculous.
where is this horrible murderer
Well,
Faye?
Marukan, perhaps your girlfriend has a friend or a sister or somebody that she detests and would not mind getting rid of.
Maybe
That's
she's
what I
given
was
blood
thinking,
over
but-
the years at a bank.
Maybe this could be like your wedding gift to her. It's like, hey, I'm gonna offer up one of your enemies to be drained to someone we've never met before.
Look, you have to talk to her at some point. You can't avoid her forever.
And what is
How
better
are you
than your
going to
Demon
build the
Zapper?
relationship if you don't communicate?
Look, maybe we should set the scene for you. Have you got? I turned to the. Have you got candles?
A
table?
tablecloth, curtains.
Yeah, something nice. Just a
anything.
nice space. Yeah, yeah.
I think. Look, and she and Lavender start talking about
that's-
decorating.
Lavender starts
like-
pulling like dried flowers from her bag and like
Yeah.
spreading them over the ground. This is nice. We can do like a Moroccan style.
I mean, I don't have any music, but we could at least play the drums, something.
We can play
to
the
set
drums. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, of course, we'll be in the background. So it's
Okay.
fine.
And the Tao
So-
says
so
she looks
Gizzard.
like well, the blood rock, and she's pointing to those red rocks around us. The blood rock is ceremonial. I suppose you could decorate
Y-
it if you
Yeah,
had
you know
something.
what? We could. You know, it's kind of disappointing that Moroccan never got to propose. We could make it like a fun, like
special proposal ceremony.
You know, that is true. It really was a hurried
And
engagement.
part of the
Mhm.
ceremony is draining the Fey blood. So
Oh, no, I don't think that's appropriate. But
you don't?
no, I don't think that.
You want to
but-
ask her for the Fey blood?
Well, I'm
I mean, we
hoping
could-
she has some already.
Okay. I mean, like, we'd tell her it's to propose, and then once she's happy and drunk,
Yes.
then we'll ask for the Fey blood.
The
I don't
Piper.
think we'll need an...
So, Gizik, while the ladies are chatting, so Gizik, we have a bird in the hand with this horrible, murderous fey creature that we could go find and bring back to this lady here, or we could roll the dice and and see if Madrigal has someone that she just detests that we can.
Oh, it shouldn't be too much of a gamble. She likes you.
She does, but I don't know if it's worth it.
We know that the Piper has blood ready for people to consume. I mean, and Doriel drinks
Right,
some.
but is it fey blood?
I believe it must have been.
You know, dear, I'm really shocked at how squeamish you are about this. I mean, you're
You're
going to
not
be married.
engaged to her.
I would never
Oh, that'd be horrendous.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
be
But
engaged.
I think, maybe if you just lean into it, give yourself
And
some
under
time to
normal circumstances,
adjust.
I wouldn't either. Ugh.
Maricon, who else would you propose to?
You're stuck with her now. Might as well
Oh,
make
jeez.
the best of it.
You know, Moral Khan, I don't want to pressure you, and maybe we shouldn't be doing this. I mean, if you're not willing to sacrifice for the greater good, I'm sure Hemina will understand.
Oh,
You're right,
jeez.
sister. It makes my heart heavy, but if you really don't want to do your duty as a council member, I
mean, if you
understand.
don't care
Madrigal,
about the poor
you
girl's feelings.
Beautiful, wonderful singing mistress, you. Will you please come and sing to me?
All right.
I
Okay.
hold up my little magic conch shell.
Does it work? Does she come to Avernus?
I
Is she stuck
flatter
here with us?
Madrigal, and I ask her to sing for me.
Okay, so there's this heavy moment where everyone's waiting for something, and then like a hermit crab coming out of the shell, you see a small version of her face. She's like, "Oh, it's about time." Lovekins, what? Are you ready? Are you ready to receive me?
Oh, he's ready.
We've
Yes,
prepared.
say yes.
Well, Madrigal, my dearest, I have a gift for you, and potentially a second gift for you as well, if you happen to know of somebody. But first, here's let me present you with this. I'll give her the helmet.
So you show
Oh,
her the helmet. She's not physically there. It's more.
She
of
isn't
this sort of-
physically there. Okay.
It's more of like
wait.
you've got this little face of her, but it's some sort of, you're FaceTiming her through the conch.
Wait.
Sister, start singing a hymn. Come on.
Are you sure that we want to give her this helmet, though? I mean,
It's beautiful and shiny, and I thought of you when I saw it.
just don't put it
Although
on.
I would recommend
This
maybe
horrible,
not.
gaudy, cursed helmet made me think of our relationship.
Once it's on, you can't take it off.
Well, okay.
Is there a
it's-
wedding veil?
What's the other gift?
Well, this is something I wasn't entirely certain of, but I was wondering if you happen to know of, have any fey enemies that you don't any fey creature you don't particularly care for that you wouldn't mind not existing anymore,
Bleeding
Or
dry.
Are you
banishing
offering,
them to hell.
You offering to murder an enemy of mine?
Well,
sacrifice.
I don't know.
Say yes.
I don't know if murder is the right term. I would think sacrifice is probably a more appropriate.
Slaughter in cold blood.
Ask her if she has any in the
Sacrifice.
fridge.
Oh, you're so cute with your whole religious terminology. Sacrifice, murder. Does the person end up dead? Yeah. Tomato,
It is
tomato,
quite
dear.
likely.
In any case, you want, you need something. I can tell. What
No,
is
this
it
is
you
a totally
need?
social call.
No, this is a gift. This is a gift. I just want to murder one of
Well,
your enemies for you because I love you so
Well,
much. Lavender's like
well, I
on her
figure
knees, like
you
whispering
did
as
give
you're
me-
holding the conch shell. Like,
Oh, I'm
Say
listening
yes.
to everything.
Tell
I'm
her she's
listening to
beautiful.
everything.
Tell her you miss her.
Well, you did give me this beautiful shell as a gift, and I only thought it fitting to try to receive for to give you a gift in kind. So I'm offering you this helmet for next time we meet, and maybe in the meantime, if I could help to rid you of a particular enemy you don't particularly care for,
He says,
preferably maybe a
"Hmm.
fey enemy of yours.
Fey enemy. Well, it sounds like you, the word sacrifice. I think I just have the perfect idea. Let's tie the knot, and I will invite some guests, and one of those guests will be someone you can sacrifice as a gift to me.
say yes. Oh my god, he says yes.
Okay.
Let's do it. A bloody wedding. That
This is going to be like a Game
It's
of
just-
Thrones style
it's
wedding,
Can I
just-
be your
isn't it?
bridesmaid?
Oh my gosh.
so fey. You're so fey. I knew I would rub off on you eventually. Don't worry,
No,
I
no,
won't bring any
there's-
red caps.
There's not to be any rubbing yet. No, none of that.
Sister.
She
she's
can't
one of
hear
those
me, can she?
people.
Oh, she seems
she
to
can
be
hear
able to hear you. She's actually starts looking around and she sees the Tao and she's like, "Where are you? Are you in the elemental chaos? Why are you with a Tao?"
Rather trapped in Avernus, and I am
But
trying to
Tao,
get back.
They are, and she says, "Excuse me, Tao, would you perform the ceremony? Because a geniekin performing the marriage would make it, well, even better,
She's a
valid for
celibate.
sure."
Even more unbreakable.
And the Tao says, "I would be most honored to perform a ceremony." She looks so like the stone face is like in the Joker smile. It's so happy at the prospect of breaking her pact. Madrigal says, "Just a few minutes. Give me an hour."
You're gonna look beautiful.
And
It's
then
gonna
there's
be-
like this whoosh, and you feel this kind of ocean spray kind of spill across you. And
Oh my gosh, things are going out of control so
Somebody
fast.
getting married today.
Oh my god, no! You need to have a box party. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you know
He's
any?
not wearing that to get married in, is he? I mean, I feel
can't.
bad. Do you have anything, Mrs. Dow?
Mister.
I am wearing this, and it is okay.
You can't wear that to
No,
get
at
married
least,
in.
At least tied in the girdle. Here, come here. You start trying to
There are
tighten
many-
the girdle.
so the Tao
There are
says,
many things about this whole situation that are not ideal. This is going to have to do.
I think
Getting
it's great.
married, getting married in a
us,
furnace is not exactly on the tip top of my bucket.
"Let us move
list.
closer to the Demon Zapper. The light from the unicorn will provide a lovely glow to the ceremony."
we
Oh,
can
boy.
break the demon zapper and free the unicorn, and Madrigal can ride down the aisle on the unicorn.
Not until the pact is broken. If you attempt to interfere with the Demon Zapper, I am compelled by my pact to destroy you.
Oh,
Well, I mean, like, how strong are you? Like, are you like
Well-
a level 2 enemy or like a level 7?
The
What's your challenge rating, honey?
those creatures you face are just a taste of what would be unleashed on your frail forms. Should that happen, I'd rather not. You
Blame me,
see,
Frail.
you won't need the unicorn until after the pact is broken anyway.
Look, I'm gonna be nice with this. Your place is beautiful. I respect it. The bloodstone, gorgeous, perfect. Do you have like a couple of chairs or like a lute or something?
Can we take a long rest while we're waiting? Or...
Oh, we're
For-
decorating for your wedding?
For an hour?
It's only an hour. So
It's only an
Short
hour.
rest?
Dang it. Okay.
it's only
Short rest?
like I said, about 200 feet away. She starts walking towards that
We don't have a
horned
cake.
monstrosity of monument. Okay, so this giant thing, and then as you get closer, you can clearly see that this unicorn is trapped in this sphere, and it's radiating things. And as you're walking, you see a group of demons that seem to be like drawn like moths to a flame, come towards the light of the unicorn, and as they get about 150 feet away, a giant beam of radiant energy comes flying from this, and it disintegrates these demons like nothing. It's called the Demon Zapper for good reason. And
guys, if
it's-
anyone
it's-
is a demon, right now is the time to say it.
Well,
It's
where can I get one of
as-
those?
It's
Probably
Well,
a good
it's-
thing
bring
Aiden
Aelin.
isn't actually here then.
yeah, it is strangely satisfying to watch those demons just go and be gone from the Demon Zapper, even though the idea of this bound celestial good creature is disturbing. But the Dow doesn't seem as impressed by it. I mean, she's watched it here for who knows how long. But near the monument, I won't say it's less desolate. She's got a sort of makeshift shelter, and there are rocks and some tree stumps. It's not beautiful, and there is nothing with which to decorate.
Oh.
But it looks, it's not just a wasteland. It actually looks, aside from the unicorn, it looks horrible, like a place that you would, like hell. I mean, really, that's where we are. So,
Morocon, Sister Fadavera comes over to you and wraps up her hand in her robe and puts her hand on your shoulder, or actually not actually touching it, just over your shoulder so that you can feel the presence of it. And she says, I know that you're not as enthusiastic about this union as perhaps one ought to be on the eve of their wedding, but think of this. This beautiful, pure creature will be released because of the sacrifice that you are making. And that is something to
It's
Getting
Keep our
married
hummingbird.
in Avernus.
the
Released.
Dow hears it and says, "Oh yes, you'll definitely want to use that unicorn as a bargaining chip for our cause. He would love
bargaining.
it."
Or perhaps we could use it to fight the demons.
The unicorns can teleport. It may help us to get back into Horta.
Yes, let's use the unicorn.
And then we
I'm
won't have
gonna
to harm
send
it.
a message to Aelin saying you are missing out on so much.
Gosh, I
I'm
love
sure
this game.
Madrigal will be lovely.
Okay,
Right, yeah.
so
This is not the
Uh,
way
I'm-
I envisioned this evening going, by the way. So
well,
this game is
a little-
amazing.
a little less than an hour later, a portal opens and their stuff starts coming through.
Is it an
Okay.
entourage?
It is, you don't see Madrigal for about the first 15, 20 minutes, but wave after wave of fey creatures start coming through, and they seem to be setting stuff up, making the most of it. There's a group of like gremlin looking things carrying a cake on a tray. There are florists. I mean, it's actually quite beautiful what they're bringing in here. It's unfortunately as the things come into Avernus, within just moments of entry, you see colors start to fade, flowers start to shrivel. The Fae seem to just more or less ignore the effects it's having, but there are probably about 50 guests that come through.
Could we sacrifice
you see
them
madrigals.
Do we drain
see-
all of them?
We only need.
Yeah. The
I mean, like we could, made the god
so-
really happy.
at towards the end of this, you see Madrigal's two sisters come through, and Grundy, is that her name?
A Grundy, yeah.
Grundy.
She's
Yeah,
the Kelpie.
she comes through looking just sour as can be. She is.
I hate weddings.
Yeah. She has. She's coming through, looking around like there's got to be something to stab to make this interesting.
Did she bring a giant jello?
No, but on her arm is a purple satyr. Okay, she's kind of holding on to it. It's kind of it should be like she's holding on affectionately, and she's like holding it. I mean, holding his arm of this very beautiful purple satyr, and he's dressed in kind of a flowery suit that has a big train. Carrying the train are these small little spriggans. He's obviously someone of importance, but Grundy looks like she's holding on to him, but in a way that she's hoping hurts him as she's going. And then you see Madrigal comes in, and she has this flowing gown with like this back huge collar that goes out to make it imitate the waves of the ocean. She actually, I mean, she knows how to put on
She's
a
working
fancy show. Yeah.
She's
So
working
she comes
it.
out.
Yeah.
Her dress, as far as her legs go, though, is enough to make Sister Faudever blush with how much she shows as she glides forward. And as she comes up to Morocon, and she just whispers, she says, "The satyr, after the ceremony, he's the one that you can sacrifice."
Good to know.
And the Tao like puts her staff out, and she starts with, "Dearly beloved," and that's where we will end for the night.
Marriage.
I can't believe Moth missed this.
I've never been happier with a result ever.
This is so awesome.
My gosh.
So Morocon, can I be your best man?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody's getting mad.
Yeah, yesterday you had a one-on-one with your goddess. Today, a murderous wedding.
One-on-one with your new goddess?
Yeah.
The red wedding is about to be reenacted here today, apparently.
Oh my gosh. It's like the bride from Kill Bill.
Oh my gosh.
I love her
this
though. I
game
love
so
that she
much.
just went with it. Like that is the
Yeah.
best.
Morocon is not happy with this, but I personally, this is
Yeah.
just amazing. This is
Oh.
exquisite comedy right now.
Wow.
Imagine Point Kid's just gonna be like, I don't even know what to say about this episode. It went off track somewhere and we
Yeah.
haven't come back.
Hey, we're totally on track. Once we kill that dude, she drinks the blood, then the pact is broken, and then she tells us where to find Tiamat, right?
Right. Well, yeah, Archon, who is
where to find
who is
Archon.
Tiamat's, Tiamat's spokesperson.
And
virtual
we'll
link.
have a unicorn that owes us. We're making out like bandits here. I mean,
Making out
most
like
I'm not sure.
bandits?
I don't.
most of us are.
I don't think I've
You're gonna be
mentioned.
doing
Yeah, I don't think
A
I've
bit
mentioned
more
using
than
the.
making out.
I'm not sure the unicorn is going to be the best answer, though. I think the Holifont is
Right,
probably
well,
going to be
I haven't.
better.
I haven't mentioned the Holifont. That
It's
was going to
such
come up
quality
later.
Content. No.
I know. You're gonna have to break your addiction. Maybe you can start sniffing unicorn.
Well, we've got
That's
it.
fine.
Oh, Lavender, you seem really
Sentient-
close to your mount. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, if the unicorn is less than compliant, we'll just have Ben marry the unicorn too. That's.
Seems like a good solution, honestly. I'm down for it.
I'm sure that Madrigal would be okay with it.
I think if by the end of this campaign everyone hasn't been married at least once, we've failed.
I
So
agree. Or Ben married multiple times, one of the two.
Ben's
Oh my
married just
gosh.
every NPC in the campaign.
I get married like once every campaigin from here
Every-
on out.
Everyone's like, he's
season.
my husband. Wait, no, he's my husband. It's just
I'll
a
have
mess.
like 5 wives by the end of this.
Oh my gosh.
Just wives? I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'll marry an ant the next. Yeah.
If we need its blood, yes, you will.
Yes.
Leaves are a
Fine.
dryad.
So, we like to end our episodes with a consider this moment.
So,
Tonight, our consider this will be by
I've got to consider this, and I'm highly tempted to deviate and just talk about marriage. But instead, I want to quote to share a scripture that comes out of a book that we just don't read very often. Even religious people don't read this book very often. And that is the book of Revelations. And one of the reasons why we don't read the book of Revelations very much is that it's highly symbolic. There's a lot of it that is symbolic and requires a prophet to understand. And some of it is less so. And that's what I wanted to read tonight because it's very positive. And anyway, I feel like it's appropriate given what's going on right now. So I just wanted to read from Revelations 21, verse 4 and 5. This is talking about the millennium. This is talking about when Christ comes back, or when things get shaken up and we start heading into the good stuff. And the nice thing about this is it talks about the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And, there are a lot of people who say worrying about the next life is no way to live this one. But to me, the idea of what things will be like later is one of the things that not only keeps me going, but justifies the pain. Yes, this life is full of pain. It's full of painful experiences. It's full of COVID-19. It's full of friendships that break up. It's full of people that have illnesses. It's full of cancer. It's full of children who go astray. It's full of marriages that don't work out. It's full of all kinds of things like that. But I take great comfort in the fact that whatever pains and sorrows I know that I'm facing, every tear I shed will eventually be wiped away. And I believe that. I have faith in that. And so I look forward to that. And that's my thought for the evening. So that is just think about it, consider it. That's it.
anyone have anything to add?
yay, the rapture.
That's it.
No, I think that's awesome. I think that's good stuff.
We can let
Really.
it stand.
I agree. There's always hope, even in rotten situations that we may find ourselves in,
Even in Avernus.
even in Avernus.
You can still have a fancy, lovely wedding, even in Avernus.
Whether you want it or not.
Well, thanks for
Morocon
joining
is
us.
Personal hell.
thanks for joining us. Don't forget to check out the other stream, our Sword Hunters stream, a week from tonight. And we will see you all with the Chainbreakers back in 2 weeks. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
And we have a red wedding. Thanks, guys.
How many red caps were there?
Should we all come dressed up for the wedding?
Oh,
All right,
oh my.
let's.
I don't think I have a bow tie anymore.
Aw.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. Well, what about just a bunch of sunflowers? How about
Yes.
Are we still streaming or are we
Yeah,
off
no,
now?
we're still on.
Oh, okay.
Let's stay on.
We've kept the relevant chatter going, so we're still on. But we can quit now. All right. Good night,
Hey,
everybody.
quit.
Bye.
quit, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
I
Bye.